I will guide you through the process of detailing this electrical sheet. This is simply the beginning, and it will take several hours to complete. As the design of the floor plan evolves, expect to add more hours to your editing time. For now, I will assume there are no changes in the immediate future. I'd like to begin by adding the title to this sheet. The title will read First Floor Electrical Plan. I have two options. I can place the title in Layout 1, or I can place the title in Model Space. If I choose Layout 1, I have to remember that the sheet will print at actual size, which is 1:1. If I place the text in Model Space, I have to remember that the viewport is set for a 1/4 inch plotting scale. Looking at the scale factor chart, again, I'd like my plotted text to measure 1/4 inch on the printed sheet, so at 1:1 scale, the text must be drawn at a 1/4 inch. If I plot it at a 1/4 inch scale, and this is the viewport, then I have to make the text 12 inches. I'm going to make the text 12 inches. I find it easier to place the text in Model Space, and then it allows me to resize and relocate the viewport, and the text will move with the image of the floor plan. Switching to Model Space, I'm going to pan the view. I will now zoom in to this location. I'm going to select the text layer. I'm going to draw myself a guideline from this endpoint down, turning ortho on using the F8 function key, placing the line there. And now I will draw text single line. The start point will be the end point of this line. The height will be 12 inches. Rotation is 0. And I will place the text using all caps. Entering. Now placing the scale. Entering again. And one final enter. I will now draw another line from this endpoint or the insertion of the text. I will move the line down. And now I can erase this line. I will zoom extents, switch to Layout 1, and as you can see, if I resize or relocate the viewport, the text and the plan will move together. Next, I'm switching to Model Space again. I'm going to zoom into this area, and I would like to begin placing my electrical symbols. I will create the necessary layers first. Creating a new layer, electrical layer, setting that color for now to yellow. Creating another new layer. This will be the electrical wiring. I can make that layer blue. And I would also like to change the line type of that layer. I currently have continuous loaded. I need to change that. So I will select load. Scrolling down, I'd like to select center 2. Selecting OK. Selecting it from this window. Clicking OK. And now I have center 2. I can now select OK. Using the pull down to place or to create a LEC as the current layer. I will now go back to my tool palettes. I will simply drag and drop the blocks that I need. And now I will simply highlight them and place them on the correct layer. Using the Escape key, I need to take this text and rotate. I can now take it. I'd like it to be on that wall, and if I zoom a little closer, I can move 6 inches over. Zoom previous. I can draw myself a line. Zooming in again to this location, I can select that fixture, moving it to the midpoint of the line. Zoom previous, erase the line, which I no longer need, and one final zoom, and I can grip it and place it at that location, which is the midpoint. I can close the tool palettes, and now I can switch my layer to electrical wiring. Zooming in, I can now draw an arc. And the wiring does not come in properly yet because I need to make some changes, and that's coming up in the next chapter.